You know, life is a journey. You never know where you're going to end up. If you had told me 10 years ago that I would be refurbishing furniture out of my garage, I would have said, no way, you're crazy. But here I am 10 years later, having the time of my life and enjoying it. Making furniture pieces, artistry. And my friends ask me, why do you like to refurbish old furniture? I've always had a creative side. When my daughter was little, I would make bows and sell them to all the little moms at church. And that was fun and creative, and it gave me that inspiration of, I can do this. I can be creative. I am creative. And maybe actually make a book out of it. This journey started with finding myself living on 100 acres in Texas ranch that was owned by an older man, and I rented this little house on the property that was really small. And I found myself going around this property looking for little pieces of tin and old wood, and just taking those things and being creative and taking them to his shop that was like, I don't know, maybe 15,000 square feet or something like that. And he was very gracious to let me use his equipment. And I made a bed out of this old wood and this tin, and you know, in Texas, people love rustic things. And we started building up our furniture business and doing old furniture. I think the first piece we did was this kitchen buffet, and at the time the chevrons were really popular, so I started doing this chevron on the back of it. And I remember that was my first piece that I actually sold for money, and I was ecstatic about it. And this lady says, this is the perfect piece for my kitchen. It's yellow and gray of all colors. And I think that was a cool time for us, because it bonded us together as mom and daughter. We were both working towards something fun and creative, and she would come over and we'd both be in the shop. But you know, at this one point, I felt like I kind of overstepped my boundaries, because Mr. Johnson got to where he didn't like me being in his shop using his tools for my new business very much. And he got a little upset with me one day, and he says, I think you should move. And I was like, what? I need to move? I have nowhere to go. This is my place. I love it in the country. And I was so upset and so deflated. I didn't know what to do. I called my mom, and you know, the Lord just gave me peace. God is so good. I always lean into my faith and know that God will take care of me. And it was soon after that that I felt like I needed to move back to Florida. I have two older kids that were here in Florida. My daughter was in college. I've been here in Florida for 3 years now, and I asked the Lord, you know, for a place that was big enough, a house that was big enough for me to utilize a space for doing my furniture, for starting a business, and He provided that, definitely. So here I am. I was still not living out my dream. It was just kind of in the back of my mind, creating cobwebs and a spider web back there, and I wasn't really doing it, but I was thinking about it. It was always under the surface, me thinking about it. And someone challenged me one day, and he said, what are you doing to pursue your dream? What are you doing to make it happen? Because you're the only one that's gonna make it happen. And I was like, wait a minute, what is he saying to me? You know, I want it to happen. And so at that moment, I think is when I said, I am going to take some time and write it out. What are my goals? What do I want to do? How am I going to get there? What are the things, the actions that I need to take to do this? And I started doing it. And I started going out, and I said, I'm going to just dream again, essentially. I'm going to dream again. I'm not going to be living in the past and feeling defeated and allowing a lot of negativity to come in and steal my dream from me. So here I am going now to these resale shops and consignment shops and Goodwill, Salvation Army, all those places, you know, that we go, and finding pieces of furniture that people are giving away, or they're cheap or they don't like them anymore. I started doing my homework. I got on YouTube. I started following all these wonderful people that are doing it, that are making the business happen, people that can inspire me and encourage me. And that was a beautiful resource for me. So I did. I started trying new things. I started making furniture, a creative, a piece of art, a piece of artwork, not just a piece of furniture that you're just gonna slap some paint on it or spray some paint on it and give it, you know, a semi-new life. No, you can take an old drab piece of furniture that's really outdated or just ugly, and you can put some artistry on it and make it just pop, and someone's gonna see that and they're gonna say, that is my piece of furniture. I can't live without that piece of furniture. So yes, it is possible. And here I am doing it for myself, and it's not a matter of maybe or what if, it's you can do this. You can be a success. You can dream and put your dream to the test and then see yourself on the other side and say, I did it. I did it because I didn't give up. Don't give up.